still there, you thinking?
Yeah, well, I just come down on that load to pick up one of these pallets.
Yep.
And I really shot out from underneath that concrete.
Yep.
And it went straight into
there.
that area. But
Yep.
I haven't been game to go near it.
No, that's okay.
But the only way it could have went is if it's not there, is around the back. So
Okay.
there's a couple tanks.
Yep. Or under that slab, possibly. Okay. All right. Well, hey,
It's fairly big, eh?
that's good. Bigger the better, from my point of view.
Is that for the flower or?
Oh, easy to catch, more to grab, but they're a bit slower to swing around at you and that. I've got like more time to work out what I'm doing. The younger ones just tend to freak out more too.
Yeah.
The older ones have been around the block, so. Yeah. Brown snakes have a tendency to just take off, but not always.
Yep.
Early morning snakes gives us a bit of an advantage because it shouldn't be too red hot.
Yep.
So hopefully it hasn't got too much energy to actually use, and has just chosen to. There it is. It's a brown snake.
Hey,
It's an eastern brown.
have you got it?
Yeah, I got it. This is a good example of what some of the brown snakes around here look like. You just bit the bag. But see how it's really black.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
And that's why when you said black, I'm like, okay, I'm probably either, the size you mentioned, I'm thinking it's either going to be an eastern brown or a red belly black snake, because a lot of our eastern brown snakes, as you can see, are actually black in colour.
Yep.
So quite deceiving sometimes. So see those orange belly spots it's got?
Yep.
That shows you that it's either a brown snake or a taipan.
Okay.
If it has those orange belly spots, it'll be a dangerous snake, and people think, oh, but it's on the belly. But brown snakes have a tendency to actually stand up in an S shape.
Yep.
And show you those belly spots.
So how come it didn't move from where it was?
It's because even though it's a snake, it's still terrified of me.
Okay.
It's thinking the same thing we are about, like it's thinking the same thing about us as we are about it, which is, I hope this thing doesn't kill me, I'm scared of it,
Yep.
I don't want to touch it. So even though it's a brown snake, it doesn't want to actually have a confrontation.
Yep.
So because it had the opportunity just to leave and take off,
Yep.
that chose to do that rather than try and bite anyone or fight anyone. If you were to corner this animal and it had no choice but to defend itself, then it's going to let you have it, no doubt. If you stepped on it and hurt it straight away, it's going to let you have it.
Yeah.
But if it has the opportunity to take off and get away from you, then of course it'll take that as its first option,
Yep.
because that's the safest option for it, and it just wants to stay alive today too. They're not aggressive animals, as you can see. It's not trying to hurt me. They're just defensive. So if you give them a reason to feel threatened, they will defend themselves.
Yep.
But if you're gentle enough with them, as we're being now, and he's calmed down quite well, if you're gentle enough with them, they give you the same respect back.
So if is that a fairly big one for?
Um,
Does that mean there's going to be little ones? Or?
For Harvey Bay it is, because most of them don't get too big because they get cleaned up by cars. Most of the ones we do are real small. But this is still pretty small for a brown snake. They can get over 2 meters long.
Yep. Is it getting tied now, is it?
Can you tell what sex it is?
I think it's a female by the length of the tail. Female eastern browns have a longer tail, so I do think it's a female. There won't be other ones. There won't be brothers and sisters and stuff hanging around. These guys are solitary.
Yep.
So unless it's breeding season, you'll only get one. They don't really like the company of each other. So I'll chuck it in the bag though now before it does get too antsy with me.
Yep.
Hey mate.
Well, that was easy then. Didn't take as long as I thought.
Oh yeah, I'm glad it was under there too. If it was under that slab or something. Here you go in there. Might just see this bag as somewhere safe to actually hide in. But if it doesn't, then I'll just convince it to go in like that. So yeah, I normally sit my camera ground level. Oh, there we go. I'll just use that as the catch shot. Sneaky little sucker. He's more awake than I was thinking.
Thought that was another one.
Nah. No, I just need a coffee too. I think that's all that is. Sneaky little sucker. But see, even when it come back out of the bag and at me, he's there again. Get down, the bottom. He's gonna need some convincing. He's trying to do it again. Got you that time, buddy. They're just fast. He just wants to. Sometimes I'll see it as a safe place to be and actually go in on their own.
Yep.
But he was a bit sus on it, that guy.